there, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel, Glam with Suzanne. For those who are new, thank you so much for stopping by. So today's video is meant to be very, very informative. Of course, we're going to be talking about some spoilers. We're going to be talking about add-ons. We're going to be talking about important Boxycharm dates, but we're going to be talking about the coronavirus and how it's impacting Boxycharm, if at all. So we're going to get into all the nitty-gritty, and if that interests you, then be sure to continue watching. Before we jump into all the fun conversation regarding Boxycharm and spoilers, I do want to first and foremost say that my heart goes out to all the different families and people out there that are currently dealing with the coronavirus, whether you're directly impacted or you're going through the process of social distancing and having to quarantine and all of that. It's been a very stressful time for everyone around the world. We are impacted with it here in Toronto as well. So I definitely understand what you're going through, but it's very, very important at this time to make sure that you take care of yourself, that you try to be as healthy as possible. Try your best to get as much of information as you can from the sources. There's going to be some links in the description box below from the World Health Organization, as well as, I believe, Harvard Health. I'll be sure to put all the resource and links down below in case you guys are interested in finding out specific tips and information regarding how to be able to manage through this time. I never want to give the information on my own because I think it's always important to get it directly from the source. So I'll be sure to link that down below. I just wanted to say that my thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. But even though we are all going through such a difficult time, it's important to keep perspective. It's very, very important to try to make sure that your mental health is healthy. Try your best to distance yourself from too much media. Definitely important to get the appropriate information on how to manage your own health, but it's equally as important to not obsess and create fear and panic in your own mental health by obsessing over some of the images that are being presented to us in the media. I think it's definitely a balancing act with making sure that you're informed and that you're keeping healthy. Nevertheless, it's really, really important to be as informed as you can be right now, and be sure to social distance because this is not the common flu, guys. This is not what's been going on year after year in the past. So it's very important that you do read up on this, that you are knowledgeable about it, and that you do social distance at this time, not just for yourself, but also being mindful of your neighbors and your other family members that may not be able to recover from such a condition due to other underlying conditions. So it's really important at this time that we just don't think about ourselves and be selfish, but also think about, the other people that are in your community as well. That brings me to my next point. How does the coronavirus affect Boxycharm, if at all? So I did get the chance to speak to Joe about it, and he actually went on an Instagram live as well. So I'll talk a little bit about what he shared with me, and then we'll jump into the clip itself. So when I did talk to Joe, he did say that the actual shipping of the boxes are not going to be delayed for the month of April. That's been the biggest question from everybody. Are the April boxes impacted at all? Will they ship out? Will there be any issues with fulfillment? Any of that sort of thing. And according to Joe, the CEO of Boxycharm, there will be no delays or shipment issues with the April boxes, whether they be the premium boxes or the base boxes. Now, the one thing that he can't take into account for is any local courier, issues that are happening in your local town or your city. So if there are some mailing interruptions based on your local postal service, then we can't take that into account. But from the fulfillment center from Boxycharm, in terms of getting the boxes out there and packed and shipped out, he did say that there should be no issues with that whatsoever for the month of April. So all of you guys can rest easy that you should be getting your boxes sent out just as normal. However, what is being impacted by the coronavirus with Boxycharm is the customer service. So what Joe was explaining is that there are 3 different customer service centers. There is one in the US, there's one in Manila in the Philippines, and there's one in the Dominican Republic. And basically they do have customer service representatives working out of each city. However, because those individuals are just humans, they could be also impacted by the coronavirus, whether it be their families, whether it be curfew regulations in different cities. Because of all those different types of things, that has caused a delay in customer service. However, Joe did say that they are working as fast as they can to be able to respond to our customer service inquiries. There's also a bot that you can use where you can type in your question and the bot will respond. And if the bot is not able to respond to you, then at that point you should send an email to customer service just so they can bring down the amount of customer service inquiries that are coming through in email. What I'm going to do right now is just insert the clip where Joe talks a little bit more about this in greater detail, and then we'll be back to continue with the video.
Questions I see online concerning about Boxycharm in April. Absolutely everything goes as normal, everything is the same. You're gonna receive the box to your door. Boxes are not gonna be delayed. If it's gonna be delayed, it's for whatever reason in regional areas, but on our end everything is the same. We're shipping boxes the same. There was no interruption in production of boxes. So and if there would have been anything like that, you would have heard from me. There is nothing like that. I wanted to make sure that you guys understand. Okay, charmers, I wanted to make a quick video and talk about customer service. So we have higher email volume than usual, so it takes longer to respond. It's just a little bit longer than usual. It's better if you go online, help.boxycharm.com. It's a much better tool for our team to respond. You document the question, you can go and have a flow every charmer when they ask a question about what and so on. It makes it very easy for us to give you the experience that you're expecting because we have tools. We don't have those tools when you go on Instagram and Facebook, and I love Instagram and Facebook. They just don't give us those tools. So I'm gonna ask you one thing, please go on help.boxycharm.com. Use our instant assistant first. It's a bot. If it didn't help you, go ahead and send an email to a human. Give us extra time, we're gonna get to you.
Now that we have addressed the coronavirus as far as Boxycharm is concerned, now we can jump into the spoilers for April, and then we're gonna talk a little bit about future spoilers for the June Boxy Luxe box, which is crazy. Talk a little bit about new brands. We're gonna talk about add-ons. So let's get right into it. So the very first spoiler for the April base box is actually an item that I own already, and it is the Benefit Porefessional Primer. And this is the original one. Based on the spoiler that we've seen, you will get one of the two formulas. There is the original formula, and then there's a hydrating version of this formula. So you will be getting one of the two, depending on what your beauty quiz indicates for your skin type, whether it be dry or it's like regular. So if you do have really dry skin noted on your beauty quiz, then you should be getting the hydrating primer based on what the CEO of Boxycharm had said. But you will be getting one of these two primers. And guys, I have had this primer for a long time. I've been using it for a very long time, and it's one that I really, really like and I've repurchased. It's great for pore filling. That's kind of what it's for. I wouldn't recommend using it on the other parts of your face. I usually just use them in the areas where I need to fill in my pores. But I love this product, and it's a product that every single person will be getting in the base box for April. Now moving on to spoiler number 2 in the April base box, and that was the choice item. So what I mean by choice is that subscribers had the opportunity to log in and customize one of these following varieties, and it was a pretty good range, I would say, because it was a little bit of makeup and a little bit of skincare. Very first option for the second item was 1 of 10 Zoeva eyeshadow palettes. And yes, I said 1 of 10, which is absolutely crazy when you think about it. However, you didn't get a chance to choose which one of the 10 you would receive. You just simply had to click that you wanted the Zoeva eyeshadow palette, which for some was kind of discouraging because they couldn't control which eyeshadow palette they're actually getting. But in my opinion, all the 10 kind of look like they're in the neutral family. So I think regardless of what you get, it's pretty darn good. The Zoeva eyeshadow palette formulations are really, really nice. I find that they work very, very beautifully. They blend out very nice. So I am glad to see Zoeva back in the box. Now, if you didn't choose the eyeshadow palette, you could have selected from 2 different skincare products, and they were both from LMS Skincare, and you had the opportunity of choosing either the cleansing foam, which is like a really nice foaming cleanser, or you had the opportunity to choose the hydrating juice, which is like a hydrating serum for the skin. So you did have the opportunity to choose one of those 3 options for your second item in the base box. Those are all the spoilers for the April base box so far. If there are some brand new spoilers in the future, be sure to check out my Instagram page, Boxycharm Sneak Peek, where you can get the latest Boxycharm spoilers. So now let's move on to the April Premium Box, which is the $35 subscription for 6 items and has a value of $175 or more. And that box has been killing it in my opinion. So I was so excited to see some of these spoilers, guys. So let's get right into it. The very first spoiler had people drooling, guys. It was such a good one for the April Premium Box. The very first item is the one that I'm hoping for. Now, the very first spoiler is actually a variation between 4 different items. Yes, I said 4. A lot of people are going to be disappointed that they could not select between these 4 items. Personally, I am, because I wish I could have selected one of these items, and I'll tell you which one. But this is an item that will be sent to you at random. So I repeat, at random. So let's go through the 4 variations for the very first spoiler. The first variation is by a company called Pharmacy, and we have seen Pharmacy skincare before. and this time it is their Honey Potion. This product is basically a hydrating mask. And when I saw the spoiler, it is a spoiler that I was dying for. Honey is really, really good for the skin. It's an antioxidant. It really helps, especially if you have sensitivities. I get eczema flare-ups sometimes, so I always use Manuka honey anyways, which is why I really would love this mask. But this is one out of the 4 variations. I'm sure a lot of you guys want it too. Comment down below, by the way, which variation you are hoping for the very first item. Now moving on to variation number 2 for the first item, and it's by Lunar Beauty. And this is the very first time that we're actually seeing Lunar Beauty partner up with Boxycharm. For those that don't know, Lunar Beauty is actually created and owned by another influencer. His name is Manny MUA. I absolutely love him. I think he has such a great spirit and he seems really, really fun. And I'm excited to see one of his products in Boxycharm. And this item is the Life's a Drag eyeshadow palette. Next variation for the first item in the premium box is the Pure Cosmetics collaboration with Barbie, and it's their Endless Possibilities eyeshadow palette. The packaging on this looks so, so cute. I love how it's like definitely Barbie themed, sequined pink, just a glittery dream. It looks so, so, so pretty. And the last variation for the very first spoiler is by Smashbox, and it is their LA eyeshadow palette. So for me personally, you know how much I love Pharmacy. I'm hoping for Pharmacy, and if I don't get that, I'm hoping for Lunar Beauty. But I would love to hear from you guys. Which item are you looking forward to for the very first item in your premium box? So now moving on to the second item in the April premium box, and subscribers had the opportunity to choose one of the following products. So this was the customizable item. Now let's go through the options that were available. One of the options was by Becca Cosmetics, and it's their Luminous Blush. And I love Becca Cosmetics blushes because they are so finely milled. You get really, really good color payoff. And the luminous nature is just slightly luminous. It's not glittery or chunky or anything like that. So I'm so happy that that was one of the options. And to be honest, I'm kind of hoping that's what I get. Now the second option was the Stila Cosmetics Glitter and Glow Liquid Eyeshadow, and those ones are so, so, so beautiful, guys. They're absolutely stunning as far as the formula goes. It's great because you could get a glitter without having to use glitter glue or really get messy, so that was one of the options as well. The other option was by Cover FX, and it was their Water Cloud Primer. Now the remaining 2 options, and yes, I said remaining 2 options for the second item in premium, were actually skincare related, and it was by Peach and Lily, and it's their Good Acids Toner, which always is really nice. We don't really see too much toners in Boxycharm, so that was one of the options you could have selected from. And last but not least was by Kopari, and it was their Coconut Face Cream. Those are the 5 items you could have selected from for your very second item in the premium box. Now, as you guys know, there are 6 items in the premium box. For now, I only know the 2 items. If there are any new releases after I film, like I mentioned before, I'll insert a clip. And if it's too late after that, you'll see it on my Instagram page. But I can't wait to see what else that they have in there. I do find with choice or customization, there's been a lot more products to select from. So I'm really, really happy to see that improvement for sure. And I know a lot of you guys are as well. Keep in mind that the choice windows for April have now passed for the base box and premium. I have actually posted the dates on my Instagram page. I always post them as soon as they go up live. So be sure to follow me on there, because I do know from some of you guys, you say that you don't get your emails from Boxycharm, or they go to junk or spam, and then you don't catch the customization window in time to make your selection. So it's always a bit heartbreaking. And it's on a first come, first serve basis. You might run out of an option that you really, really wanted. So be sure to always follow me on Boxycharm Sneak Peek. Be sure to make sure that you turn your notifications on Instagram, so you know when I upload. You'll get the tea right away. So now let's jump into future spoilers, because we have a couple really, really exciting ones. And for the month of June, we do have Boxy Luxe coming back. And we do have, of course, the regular boxes like base box and premium box, but Boxy Luxe comes back in June because it's quarterly. We do have an exciting spoiler for the June Boxy Luxe and the June base box. I did hear from Joe, and he did say that we are going to be seeing a Kylie Skin product in the Boxy Luxe and in the base box. I'm pretty excited about that. I haven't had the chance to try anything from Kylie Skin before, so I'm super, super excited to have that opportunity. I know people are going to be very divided about Kylie Skin, because either some people really, really hate her products, or some people really, really love her products. So comment down below. I would love to hear from you. What do you think about Kylie Skin coming to Boxycharm? A confirmed future spoiler that I have is that Natasha Denona will be coming back to Boxycharm, but this time it's going to be in the base box, which is so amazing because it's the $25 subscription, so everybody will have the chance to get it. It's going to be a 5-pan eyeshadow palette, and I just can't wait to get my hands on that. I love the formula from Natasha Denona. I like her eyeshadows. I love her blushes. I just love her products. I think that a lot of thought goes into them, and the formulas are always so beautiful. So I'm so excited to be seeing Natasha Denona come back. Now, the only thing is I don't know which base box it's going to be in, but I have a feeling it's going to be sometime within the next 3 months. So fingers crossed, it definitely is, and I can't wait to see the color scheme that's going to be available to us. For all the spoilers that I have so far, as I mentioned before and as I mentioned in every video, if there are any spoilers that come out after this video, I'll be sure to have them on my Instagram page. But for now, let's jump into the conversation about add-ons. So for those that don't know, Boxycharm gives you an opportunity to purchase items that you didn't get in previous boxes that you really wanted to in the form of add-ons. Now, you can't use your Boxycharm charms for this. You can only purchase the items in add-ons, but they are heavily discounted. So the next add-on opportunity is April the 13th for early access, which is for premium and luxe members and waitlisters. Regular access is usually the day after, so I can imagine that's April 14th. And I do have some spoilers for that as well, so I'll insert a picture somewhere on the screen there for you guys. I know many of you wanted the Pharmacy Cherry Cleansing Balm, and that's going to be coming to add-ons, so look out for that. If you didn't get the chance to get it in your previous box, then you can actually have the chance to purchase it at a discount. The other spoilers for the add-on store are by Ace Beauty. It's the quintessential eyeshadow palette. It's a pretty big one, and I do love the color scheme. And we have seen Ace Beauty in our boxes before, but their formulas are always so beautiful. So it is an option if you're planning on gifting it to someone or if you want it for yourself. Be on the lookout for that eyeshadow palette. The next spoiler out for the add-on store is the Too Faced Diamond Highlighters. One that I saw in the images is the Canary Pink one, and it's so beautiful and buttery. I do love the poured highlighters because they're a little bit marbled, they're a little bit more unique, and the packaging is just so darn cute. I am going to insert a small clip of Joe talking a little bit about the add-on store in April regarding the coronavirus and types of products that they want to introduce to the add-on store. So let's jump right into that clip.
Corona, where one thing we can implement fast is anything on our add-ons. And imagine what we're trying to source right now as fast as we can are necessity items like hand sanitizers or papers like paper product and so on. Anything we can deliver fast, and our goal is to just cover our cost, whatever it costs us to manufacture the product. It's challenging because many times it's hard to get a product on a go just like that, so you have to work with brands that have relationship with manufacturers and suppliers. And one of the challenging part was to get actually the component. So if it's for hand sanitizers, to get the actual component and then the alcohol, because everyone wants it right now, so it's not available when you want it. But overall, we do a good job, and you should see in the next I don't know if in this pop-up or in this add-on, but shortly you should see some necessity items available only for charmers.
So my opinion on this is that I'm pretty happy that Joe and the Boxycharm team are trying their best to source out essential items and put them in the add-on store. Now, some people have had conflicting feelings about this. They're like, you know what, why are you trying to do this at this time? Let the, items go to regular like department stores or whatever the case may be. Why are they being put into the add-on store? To be honest, I think it's really cool that they are trying to put sanitizers and toiletries into the add-on store, because for some of us, our local stores are sold out and we can't purchase them anywhere. And when you try to go on Amazon or you try to go online, they are so inflated as far as the prices go that you actually can't afford them. So I am pretty happy that Boxycharm is trying their best to source some of these items and put them into the add-on store, because one, it's probably going to be a fair price, and two, it's going to be items that we can't get locally for some of us. So I'm pretty happy about that, but I would love to hear your opinion on this. How do you feel about Boxycharm sourcing out and putting toiletries and essentials like hand sanitizer into the add-on store? Is it something that you're happy with, that you're excited for, that you think is a good idea, or something that you don't think is a good idea? Definitely comment down below, because I always like to hear from you guys. So babes, that brings us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and hopefully it was a happy distraction from everything else that's going on right now. I do want to thank you guys so much for your time, and be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and support your girl by giving this video a thumbs up. I can't wait to see you guys on another video very soon. Until next time, be safe, be well, take care of yourself and your families, and I hope to see you guys really soon. Take care. Bye-bye.